Alright guys, we're back for another Preparing for Dokkan Battlefield. Yes, I am still able to prepare for Dokkan Battlefield. I don't give a damn if it'll never come out. I will be preparing for this shit you know what? I'll be preparing for this shit 5 ever. So there you go. Alright, now, the first unit I want to awaken is actually a really big one. I was thinking about saving his awakening for actually like doing a video on him once his Extreme Z Awakening drops very, very soon. But I decided, you know what, fuck it. Let's just go ahead and awaken him in a Preparing for Dokkan Battlefield. And I could talk a lot more about him there in terms of like how, you know, how good he might become. Now, one thing I'll say that's a dramatic difference between this legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here and obviously the Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku is categories, right? This Broly, as of right now, has no categories. I was strongly thinking that Tapion would have been a movie villain or hero, like some sort of movie category that would incorporate Broly in it, because that would make sense with why they're pushing his Extreme Z Awakening when they did. Because as of right now, yeah, he'll be awesome, but there's no team to run him on outside of like a Janemba team, because well, you can't run them on a LR Broly team. They have the same name. That's one big hindrance for this Broly compared to Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku is, you know, he's on the Majin Buu Saga team. He's on the Super Saiyan 3 category team. You know, you can run him on Super AGL as well. There's several teams in which you can really effectively run him. But this Broly, he's not even the best legendary Super Saiyan Broly in his own typing, SDR. So it really is a big hindrance to him. Let's go ahead and take a look at what he does now, and then maybe we can elaborate on what he might do in... It'll probably be coming in a few days, maybe in about a week or so. So this is Super Saiyan... no, excuse me. I guess I can't read today. This is Saiyan Warrior of Destruction, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. His leader skill is SDR, type Ki +3, and attack 3000. So what is going to happen with his leader skill, I'll say, is it'll definitely become Omega Shenron's leader skill, right? He'll gain that 3 SDR type Ki and then 70% to HP, attack, and defense. I'd say that is a very safe bet that he'll be, you know, very similar to Super Saiyan 3 Goku like that. One other thing to add is that this guy, of course, is actually the very first Dokkan Fest unit. This legendary Super Saiyan Broly right here. Now, his super attack is the Gigantic Meteor, which does mass damage to all enemies. Now, here's where it's interesting exactly how they're gonna buff him, because, like, if they give him, like, Supreme or Immense, and he hits all enemies, he could be a very good option for the World Tournament, even on 30 times difficulty. He could be strong enough to almost clear. I mean, if you have him, plus maybe a friend LR Broly, or you have your own LR Majin Vegeta, or, I mean, hell, at that case, I would think if this guy gets Immense and he's still attack all, at that point, if you would just have a secondary attack all unit, maybe even Raditz, like, at that point, Raditz probably would be able to finish up any stragglers. So, this Broly does, I think, open things up a lot more than Raditz ended up doing. Still, what I'll be doing is LR, like, I'll be using my same strategy with the friend LR Broly. But this guy should be pretty interesting. His passive skill, Rushing Rage, is defense is reduced to 0, and he gets 7,000 attack when attacking. So if this stays like defense reduced to 0, and then he gets, I don't know, attack 120%, 130%, 140%, this guy could be pretty fucking good. I mean, I wonder at what point they would stop so that he doesn't become better than LR Broly. I mean, I don't foresee them giving him additionals, right? Like, LR Broly gets the 2 super attacks. I don't see them adding that to this guy. So it'll be a long time before he would be able to surpass LR Broly. But obviously, you guys know that LR Broly has a flat stat buff, whereas if they change this guy's to a percentage, that could be very, very impactful. This guy could hit incredibly hard, could be very powerful, but I don't... there's just no teams to run him on as of this moment. If you take a look at his link skills, he has Hardened Grudge, Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, the Saiyan Lineage, Berserker, and Fierce Battle. Now, he's only got 6 links. This is because when he came out, he actually predated, like, Prepared for Battle. That's why he doesn't have it. So, they didn't change Super Saiyan 3 AGL Goku's links because they didn't need to, but I could definitely see them adding Prepared for Battle to this guy. That is, literally, that's asking nothing of them. That, he should. Honestly, as time went on, they should have already added Prepare for Battle to this guy, you know, that Saiyan exclusive link. So I don't think that'll be asking too much, and I do think he will get that. Last thing to mention of note is he does have a 12 key multiplier of 140%, which is not bad. So we'll see how strong this guy ends up, and, you know, we'll see what category is super effective against this Extreme Z Awakening. I'm thinking Hybrid Saiyans right now, but it's hard to tell until we actually get you know, to the designated time and we see the event. So the next unit we'll go ahead and awaken is actually this Physical Ultimate Gohan. Now, it's funny with this Gohan. I had never pulled this guy before. I believe, I don't even know if I've pulled him on Global. I might have. Actually, I might have this guy on Global. But, I mean, how many stones have I used on JP? 15,000? Somewhere around there, probably. This guy is on every single banner except for, like, type banners, or, like, you know, he wasn't on the Dragon Ball Heroes banner, he wasn't on the Fusions banner, right? Outside of that, he was on every single other one of those banners. I had never pulled this guy. Then, when I summoned on the new Tapion banner, I pulled this guy like 3 times in 3 multis, which it just shows you, like, how insane, like, sometimes rates are. Like, that could have literally been LR Broly. Like, I could have pulled LR Broly for the first time ever, and then pulled 3 of them in, like, 3 or 4 multis, however many it was for this Ultimate Gohan. It would have been just absolutely insanity. Alright, so this is Heroes Return Ultimate Gohan. His leader skill is Old Types Key +3. Back in the day, he was a very good replacement leader if you did not have SDR Gogeta. This guy's super attack is the Super Kamehameha, which does supreme damage and raises attack for 3 turns. So, you know, that's a pretty good little extra effect. His passive skill is attack 80% when HP is 30% or above, and of course it's called Iron Will. So that's pretty good. Attack 80%. This guy was pretty solid for a long time. Like, you know, if you were running like a legendary Super Saiyan Broly, you know, mono physical team, like, this guy was a very solid option to have. And he's been around for so long that a lot of people probably had him. Maybe not SA10, but maybe had at least, you know, several copies in him. He's still not bad. I would say he's a very solid unit at this point in time. But, of course, there's definitely better options. But you could definitely get away with running this guy. His links are All in the Family, the Saiyan Lineage, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Power Bestowed by God, Supreme Power, and Fierce Battle. So he does have Shocking Speed. Obviously, you know, the one big problem with Ultimate Gohan cards is that they do not have Prepared for Battle, which does hurt in a lot of cases. Like, you know, if you want to link this guy up with the physical Super Saiyan Gotenks, or you want to link this guy up with Vegito Blue, you know, you're going to have a little bit of trouble there. Although, this guy would share, Power Bestowed by God, Kamehameha, and Fierce Battle with Vegito Blue. So that is 3 attack links. But also, the other problem with Ultimate Gohan is that most Saiyans, like most of the good Saiyan cards nowadays, are Super Saiyans. So they have the Super Saiyan link, an incredibly common link. Obviously, Ultimate Gohan is not a Super Saiyan, thus he does not have the Super Saiyan link. He does also have 2 categories. He has the Hybrid Saiyan category, but of course that's not a team you're probably ever really going to run him on. I guess you could run this guy as kind of a replacement, you know, Hybrid Saiyan category leader. But obviously you're going to be losing out on a lot of percentages. But, I mean, if you're, like, free to play, that's not the worst option you could do, right? Like, because, you know, he's all types, he is an Ultimate Gohan, he is in the Hybrid Saiyan, so it's something to think about. You know, maybe I'll try it. And, of course, he also does have the Majin Buu Saga arc category as well. The only problem with that, he would fit pretty good on there if Physical Vegito had Shocking Speed, but unfortunately, Physical Vegito does not have Shocking Speed. Still a shaft that I really wish that they had not done. Next unit we'll go ahead and awaken is actually this guy, the Baba Shop Crillon. I really like these Baba Shop units. you guys know I've said this several times that they're actually pretty underrated, I would say. A lot of them are able to help out on their mono teams quite well if you do not have the, the 40% support type units. And in the case of Super Tech, I actually do not have the 40% TN. So this Crillon will definitely be going on my Super Tech team. So this is back on the front line Crillon. His leader skill is Tech type Ki +3 and HP attack and defense 70%. So he has the same leader skill as Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, which is pretty cool. So obviously if you're free to play, this is the ideal leader for a free to play tech team nowadays. Very good. His super attack is the Destructo Disc, which does supreme damage to enemy. His passive skill is Moments of Truth, which is Tech type Ki +2 and a great chance of attack and defense 30%. So very, very useful there, being able to give that 30% to attack and defense. Obviously, it'll make your units hit a lot harder. He does also have the links of Best Buddies, Courage, Experienced Fighters, Turtle School, Rival Duo, Z Fighters, and Shattering the Limit. Now, his links were unbelievably bad. Like, I did a top 10, super tech type units, and I actually did have this guy on that list. And one of the things I said is that, one thing that holds him back is his links. Since then, there is a certain unit that has come out who shares a few links with this Crillon. He shares Experienced Fighters and Shattering the Limit. And that, of course, is LR fucking Super Saiyan 3 Goku, otherwise known as the hardest hitting card in the game. This Crillon would give Super Saiyan 3 Goku 2 Ki from his passive, 2 Ki from Shattering the Limit, so that's 4 Ki, plus Experienced Fighters is 10 Ki, and then a great chance, which is 70%, of attack and defense 30%. So let's just say he gets his passive off, right? He will give Super Saiyan 3 LR Goku, the hardest hitting card in the game, he will give him 4 Ki, 40% attack, and 30 fucking percent defense. When you factor in the way that Super Saiyan 3 Goku works, where links and also support skills will be factored in at the time of his super attack, this Crillon will make that Goku hit very effing hard. Not to mention that Experienced Fighters is a very difficult link to activate on tech. Unless you're running, I don't know, Paikuhan, I guess the new tech Tapion, who's pretty good, or future Gohan. Like, those are the only units that have Experienced Fighters. So that really makes this Crillon pretty solid in that aspect. He also does have a 12 Ki multiplier of 135%, which is okay. I mean, he's a support unit, it's fine. And at SA10, I believe Crillon does launch his super attacks at 9 Ki, which is pretty useful. Unfortunately, though, he is not in any categories. He did not get the Majin Buu Saga category, which I guess is kind of surprising. So hopefully if there's like a movie heroes category, if there was just a movie characters category, I think it would be too powerful. But if there's like movie heroes and movie villains, that might work a little better, I would think. And this Crillon could be maybe an okay option on the movie heroes category, because obviously LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku would be on there as well. Alright, so last unit we will go ahead and Dokkan Awaken is actually the last of the 5 Baba Shop units that I do have to go ahead and Dokkan. That is the AGL Great Saiyan, who is pretty good. The only thing about him is that, whereas like the Crillon, there's not really like an overflux of support units on tech, I don't feel like. I mean, there's like Jackie Chun, but he doesn't give Ki, and he is kind of weak, so maybe you don't want to run him. But, something like Great Saiyan here, on AGL, there's already Bardock, Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, Pan. Like, there's just tons and tons of AGL support type units. Real quick, let me just take a look here. Let me take a look at all of the AGL support type units that we could see. Because you have Pan, Bardock, you have Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, you have Super Vegeta. There's also the World Tournament Gohan, who I do not have. You also have that Super Saiyan Goku. Like, the AGL is just flooded with a lot of support units, and also they're pretty good too. So this is Passion for Peace Great Saiyan. His leader skill is AGL type Ki +3 and HP attack and defense 70%. So obviously he has Super Vegeto's leader skill. His super attack is the Justice Rush, which does supreme damage to the enemy. His passive skill is Case Closed, which is AGL key +2 and a great chance of attack and defense 30%. Obviously, like Crillon and the other Barbershop, units, he has the same passive. His links are Shocking Speed, Z Fighters, Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Brainiacs, and Shatting the Limit. So obviously, Shocking Speed is pretty good for LR Trunks and Goten. He has Z Fighters for LR Trunks and Goten. So actually, and Shatting the Limit as well. This guy, yeah, Shocking Speed, Z Fighters, Patrol, Hero of Justice, Signature Pose, Brainiacs, and Shatting Limit. This guy's very good with LR Trunks and Goten. I might actually consider that because, being able to activate Z Fighters, Shatting Limit. Wow, okay, yeah. That it literally just occurred to me because Z Fighters. That's normally a link you probably wouldn't pay that much attention to, but on Super AGL with Trunks and Goten present, and I've shown many times that they are absolutely insanely good. So this could be a low-key, pretty clutch option for that team then if you do have them. That's interesting. This guy also has a 12-key multiplier of 135%, and at 10 SA, he will get an additional 30% attack during his super attack. So that might cause him to hit decently hard. That's not bad. And then, of course, last thing, he does have the Majin Buu Saga category, as a couple of these Barbershop units do. But, alright, so that will do it for this Preparing for Dokkan Battlefield. Thank y'all for watching, and there probably will be another one. We'll be preparing for Dokkan Battlefield for the next 10 years! Even if it does come back, or even if it doesn't. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.